Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS25 info video. In this video I'll show you the start equipment on Riverbend Springs. Here it is, everything we got regarding machinery and equipment. And let's start with the biggest one. This is the massive Ferguson harvester, combine harvester. And as all the vehicles, it's a vintage one. And yeah, they have shown it to us already in the video about Hutan Pantai, and there we could see it first time. And some of you spotted it standing in this shed already quite a while ago. So, and this combine is rather old, but it's a beefy one for this old time. And maybe we check the data about this, and it's not only the combine that we get, but also the header, the grain header, and the trailer, header trailer for it. So now let's go into the shop. And here we find our vehicles, and they arranged it somewhat different than in FS22. So this is the garage and the list of the vehicles combined. And as you can see, our whole equipment is already a little bit aged and it has quite some working hours. The condition is decent but not perfect, and there at the right side you can see the value of it if you want to sell it through the menu. And usually you could drive to the dealership and get a little bit more money. Okay, so we want to have a look at the Massey Ferguson. It has 250 horsepower, variable gears, the fuel tank is 378 liters, the speed 25 kilometers per hour, and they could definitely write the miles in the English version, but maybe I should switch it. 8,000 liters as a bunker, which is awesome. It's the same like in the top liner that we had in FS22, but much more than we had in older iterations of Farming Simulator. And it weighs 10.1 tons. And down there you can see what you can harvest with it. And it is just the typical stuff and the long grain rice, which is new. Here we see the header. It weighs 1.7 tons and the working width is 6 meters, which is decent. And the working speed is 10 kilometers per hour, which is normal. And you can harvest all the things that we are used to harvest with a corn header, and plus the long grain rice. And here we have the matching trailer. And then we have the John Deere 3650. And it was produced in Mannheim. So it's not an American tractor, but rather a German tractor, but of an American brand, obviously. And let's see the facts about it. This is the John Deere here. It has 116 horsepower. The gear is manual and power shift. The fuel tank 118 liters. The speed 35 kilometers per hour and the weight is 5 tons. And yeah, 116 horsepower is not much. It was considered a strong tractor back in the days when it was young, but now it's just a nice little farm tractor, and for this it's totally okay. And here you can already see the Challenger is a different number. It's much bigger and it has more power. And the Challenger was a little bit kept as a secret, I have the impression. So we were shown the Akko White tractor, and this Challenger is the brother. So it's rather similar and from the same enterprise, from Akko, and but with the brand Challenger and a different color, as you can see. And it has the same configuration possibilities. And they showed it sometimes from behind. So when they showed us cultivator, for example, we saw the Challenger from behind, but it was never introduced like, yes, we get this Challenger. And here we have it as our base game starting equipment. Yeah, and let's just check it. The Challenger, here it is. And it has between 160 and 225 horsepower, so you can upgrade it. And when you have upgraded it, it's a nice medium-sized tractor already, and you can work quite a lot of machines with it. It's not a big tractor, but it's a decent medium-sized tractor when it's upgraded. It has a power shift gear, 454 liters of fuel tank, 40 kilometers per hour, and nearly 10 tons. And let's go a little bit closer. Here you can see 160 horsepower, so we got it in the smallest edition, but you can drive to the dealership and upgrade it. You have to pay a fee, but it's much cheaper than buying a completely new tractor. And overall, this tractor is rather cheap. The base price is, I think, $58,000. So it's a lot of horsepower that you get for your money, which is important, especially in the beginning. And I just jump into it. So let's see what we got. You can definitely see it's an old tractor, but a decent one. I like it. I think that and the Akko White will be my favorite starting tractors. Yeah, because I like it to get a lot of horsepower for the money that I spent. So let's just drive a little bit. One time around the barn. So now here we have a cultivator, and it's not such a small one, so it's not the typical 3-meter cultivator, but it looks bigger, and it's a John Deere cultivator. So let's check it out, and here we have it. You need 110 horsepower to work with it. It weighs 3.1 tons and the working width is a nice 4 meters. You can work with 15 kilometers per hour with this. It's still not a big cultivator, yes, but for the beginning I think it's a really nice and decent one. I'm quite happy with it. And also this sewing machine, it's not such a tiny one as before. It looks bigger, better. From Great Plains, as you can see. And Great Plains here. And you need 110 horsepower to work with it. You can configure it between 1270 up to 1800 liters. It weighs 1.5 tons. The working width is 4.6 meters. This is big for a starting equipment. And the speed is 12 kilometers per hour that you can work with it. And surprise, surprise, you can use seeds and fertilizer with it. So if you have fertilizer, you can add it, and then you can fertilize in one go, which is very, very useful. And by the way, in the barn we have one bag of seeds already, but I haven't seen a bag of fertilizer. So what can you sow? It's more or less similar to before, but with some changes. One very sad change is you can't sow soybeans anymore with such a type of sowing machine. You need a planter for this, like for corn and for soybean, sunflower and such. So this is missing. Before we could always sow soybeans with the normal sowing machine. But they added several things, the long grain rice, and this is the oilseed radish and the grass as before, and here we have the peas and the spinach. So 3 crops added, 1 crop missing. I find it sad. Somehow I liked to sow soybeans with such a type of sowing machine, but I think I can live with it. Okay, that's it. And here the last one is the little Farm Tech trailer. Here we got the bigger version with the 8,000 liters. And Farm Tech, the EDK 650. You can configure it between 4 up to 8 cubic meters. It weighs 1.2 tons, and you can carry nearly everything except grapes with it. So everything that is bulk that you can throw inside. Okay. That's about it with the starting equipment on Riverbend Springs. And I'll make a video about the starting equipment on Hutan Pantai and on Sri Lanka as well rather soon. And if you want to order the game, I would be very, very happy if you use my partner code. You can find the link in the description below this video, and my partner code is just Granny Tana, and this is only possible for PC players. Console players can't order with my partner code, and if you do so, you would make me very, very happy. Okay, I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for watching and all the best. Till next time. Tschüss.